the name that I want to get is a little bit further down the board at 25-1. Is he in the top 10? Yeah, he's like in that 9-10 range. Daboll was asked some very direct questions after the Giants lost to the Commanders 21-6. Is Russell Wilson your starting quarterback? He was asked repeatedly. He never answered the question. He did everything he did to evade. And the media, New York media is on him. He's like, look, man, do you understand with your response here that people are going to go and run about whether or not Russell Wilson is your quarterback moving forward? And then he would talk about everybody around Russ and how they got to be better and this and that. I know he was trying to take the pressure off of Russell Wilson, but he was never flat out saying Russell Wilson is our starting quarterback the foreseeable future. Russ is going to start this week at Dallas. Then they've got Kansas City, LA Chargers. Difficult first month. He's going to Dart. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The number dropped a little bit, 20-25. In my mind, Sam, what I'm thinking right now is, look, I think Dart's going to end up playing the majority of the season. Maybe I'm dead wrong on that. I think he's out there majority of the season. And with that, I'm going to want a Dart ticket. I'm just trying to figure out when do I want to get a Dart ticket.
Do you think there's a chance that Daboll could make a switch halftime week 2? That's the question.
At Dallas, both games on the road. That means Dart's first start would be against Kansas City the following week. So that's not a little early. But week 5 at New Orleans, that's a pretty nice landing spot for Dart.
I meant, do you think there's a chance he could make a switch in the next game? That was what I meant. Yeah.
No, I know.
Could he go into the half in the next game? The Giants play at Dallas, as you said. And what if the Giants are down 17-0? And Daboll says, you know what? Screw this. I'm done with this. Let's go to Dart. And then Dart throws a couple touchdowns, and then he's the guy from there. Like, that's sort of – it's a pin the tail on the donkey type situation. You're trying to figure out when it's going to get pinned, and we don't know. It really comes down to, when does Brian Daboll have enough? When does he just say, screw this, let's abort this plan, and let's go to Dart? I don't know when it is. I think some people around New York are already saying it's time.
Yeah.
I think Wilson probably gets another game or two. But if I'm wrong about that, and if he does go to Dart in the third quarter of week 2, to your point, that 25-1 is going to get bet as it happens. And I think you're going to have to be very ready for that whenever that move does happen. If you like Dart, whenever he hits the field, understand that the highest number, whatever it is going bye-bye.
When you have a Lamar, Josh Allen shootout, Sunday Night Football, everybody's watching, great comeback. People are saying that's Josh Allen's greatest performance of all time. He comes off of winning the award, Sam, and it was really tight before the game, and now Allen is the favorite, as he should be after that performance. Plus 340, Josh Allen, the favorite ahead of Lamar. And that's exactly how it should be with those guys 1-2.
How about 310 at BetMGM, even lower? What's that price on Lamar Jackson, though, if Josh Allen doesn't pull off that? I know that's a dumb game to play the if game, but I'm very curious what this market would look like if the Ravens actually finish the deal. Lamar would be favored. In fact, Lamar was favored heading into the second half of that game. And it just takes one heroic fourth quarter, a legendary 3-touchdown fourth quarter for Josh Allen, to give the Bills the win and Josh Allen the rightful position on top. Plus 310, BetMGM. Then Lamar, 550. Then Burrow, 750. Then Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels and Mahomes are both on line 4 at 10-1. This Daniels hype, look, we keep saying it's too much. Maybe it isn't. I mean, they were never not in control of that game. And I know it's the Giants. I understand that. But this kid's different. He's different. So that's your order right now. Allen, Jackson, Burrow, and then on line 4, Daniels, Mahomes.
Biggest note for me, after the Parsons trade, we talked about Jordan Love. Okay, if the Packers are good, you're going to want that 20-1. those 20s are long gone. The best number you can find right now in Jordan Love for MVP is 12. So if they're going to continue to play like they did the other day, Love's going to end up getting some credit too. It's not just going to be about Parsons and LaFleur and all that. Like if they're in the team photo for one of the top seeds in the NFC, Love is going to be joining that list you were just talking about.
Another guy whose odds were slashed in half after one game, the quarterback in Los Angeles. And it's not Matthew Stafford. Justin Herbert is down to 12-1.
Yep.
That's the power of beating the Chiefs, the power of beating Patrick Mahomes and being better than Patrick Mahomes in a one-off. But those two guys, Love and Herbert, were in that 20 to 25 range. Those guys have both been chopped in half. The one guy that I thought would get a little more love in the market, Brock Purdy. And I'm not saying bet Purdy, but I think given all the injuries there and the way that they were able to sort of pull that out, because Kittle went out in that game, Jawan Jennings went out in that game, we know McCaffrey was limited. Purdy made a hell of a throw. I don't even know if it was a good throw. Like, was it a smart throw? I don't know. Should it have been picked off? Maybe. But, that game-winning touchdown pass from Purdy, that's an MVP moment. So when you line up all these quarterbacks and you ask, well, which one has the bigger moment? Obviously, the best moment is Allen, and that's why he's favored. But I think Purdy at 25-30-1 is a little too high relative to where everybody else is. I don't want to bet it. When I see him at 25, it just feels a little bit high. But then when you line up all the other guys, I guess it makes sense. I just thought Purdy, with what Purdy had, I mean, he's throwing to Ricky Bullets and backup tight ends, and McCaffrey's giving his all. I thought Purdy was very good in the second half, but the statisticals weren't exactly there for San Francisco.